Welcome to Let's Talk Investing, a co-production of the Globe and Mail and the Investor Education Fund. I'm Rob Carrick, personal finance columnist at the Globe and Mail, and with me is Eugene Ellmen. Eugene is the executive director of the Social Investment Organization, which is a trade group for socially responsible investment companies. Eugene, let's talk about the basics of socially responsible investing. What does it mean when I own a socially responsible investment?
Yeah, a lot of people think of socially responsible investment, or SRI as we call it. Right. As all about wind turbines and solar panels, but it's actually a lot more than that.
So how do you define, let's say I have a socially responsible mutual fund, what selection criteria have you used to put the stocks in that fund?
Well, we look for a broad range of social and environmental performance from the companies in that fund.
So they have to be good actors in these any particular areas?
So human rights, mining companies, if they're operating in international countries, they should have a good record, operate under a code of conduct. Certainly greenhouse gas emissions, they should help to solve the climate change problem, not contribute to it. Good employee relations, good community relations.
Now, who gives you the data to tell you how good the companies are in these areas?
There's a company, Jansi Sustainalytics, that's one of the world leaders on this.
So they're analyzing the companies and then giving you the data.
That's correct.
Now, Eugene, what sectors will you absolutely never find in a socially responsible fund?
Cluster munitions or cluster bombs, for example. Companies, weapons companies making those.
What about are armaments companies off limits, or are some of them okay?
Some of them are okay. What Jansi generally does is it puts a 10% threshold on it.
10% of what? Revenues. Oh, I see. Okay, so if it's a small part of the company, it might not be as...
That's correct.
Okay. What about the nuclear industry?
There's a debate going on in the SRI industry about that. I would say most people in the SRI industry say nuclear is out.
Okay.
So no old hydro bonds, for example.
I wonder if, in closing, Eugene, you could give me an example of some good socially responsible Canadian companies. And if you wanted to give me one sort of in some of the surprising fields like energy or mining, that would be great.
Yeah, I think one of the surprising ones for a lot of people is Suncor. Really? Because Suncor, you know, it's a big company in the oil sands. A lot of SRI investors say oil sands. How can you
exactly.
invest in the oil sands? But Suncor is one of those companies that's doing its best to reduce the water use out of the Athabasca River, to deal with the toxics in the native populations, to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions. So it's considered a leader in this area.
Okay, so in an unclean area, they are best in class.
That's correct.
Give me one more name.
Royal Bank is one of the world leaders. It's on the Dow Jones Sustainable Index Fund, a lot of world sustainability funds. It's a leader in employee relations, Aboriginal relations, quite a number of policies.
Royal Bank, who knew? Thanks, Eugene.
Thanks.